Now this is the Bliss at Farrer Park. That is Farrer Park MRT station plus Farrer Park Hospital. You're also just about 300 odd meters towards the entrance of the MRT plus City Square Mall. We'll bring you to a freehold apartment that hits our PRB Trifecta analysis. And this is below $1 million for a 2-bed, 2-bath. We're going to share with you how you can potentially hit a 5% gross rental yield return on this freehold apartment. Let's go.
Popping and dropping, she rockin' top, it's no stopping. Got me deep in my pockets, I'm about to give her my wallet, and I'm like.
And yes, today is all about numbers because numbers is what is the most important part. Let us bring out the backdrop first. Now, if you're a bachelor and you are not married and you're thinking about, hey, should I get a first property right before the age of 35, and maybe because you don't want to consider HDB apartments because the cash above valuation for HDB apartments is quite immense right now. And if you are single below 35 years old, technically you can only go for private properties. And of course, you might be spoiled for choices because there are a lot of new launches, 1-bedder apartments, 2-bedder apartments. However, based on our analysis right here, the Bliss, this apartment that is standing right now, which used to be the show flat when the developer first launched, and this was completed in the year 2013. Guess how much is this apartment?
Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going up, need no decline. Money line, I'ma run it.
And yes, at the start of this video, I mentioned that this property is below $1 million for its freehold status, only 8 years old. This is asking for $900,000 starting from per square foot is about 1,349. So technically what our owners are looking for is that any offers that's above $900,000 they will seriously consider, because this is an investment property for them and now they want to hunt for a larger apartment. This property will be very suitable and fantastic if you're hunting for your first property to own, and yet you want this to be a pivot home. Now, what do I mean by a pivot home? Let this be a kickstart journey for your first property investment. Rent it out, or maybe you can stay here. And later, I'm going to share with you 4 different options on how you can potentially achieve a 5% rental yield. Believe it or not, this property at $900,000 can potentially fetch you a gross rental of $3,800 per month, offsetting every part of a monthly installment as well as the MCSC fees, and yet giving you a passive income in today's property climate. Now, nowadays, in the year 2022, most of the properties that you invest or purchase is extremely difficult to get a passive income in terms of cash passive income per month. But this property still belongs to that classification that gives you a passive income every single month. Let's have a look at the numbers. So there are 4 different ways on how you can reconfigure this place and turn it into a passive income rental investment. The first way will be to just rent it out as a 2-bed, 2-bath at 667 square feet. Now, 667 square feet nowadays to achieve a 2-bed, 2-bath is not easy to achieve. The key reason is because for the Bliss, this was being designed as a singular apartment standing on a narrow strip of freehold land plot. There are only 7 units right here. 5 of them are 2-bedders and the other 2 are 2-bedder loft units. So it's a very clear-cut apartment status, and the beauty is that 667 square feet, you get full-on built-in space with no balcony, but you get beautiful full-height panel windows right on the living room and your master. Beautiful ensuite in your master as well. And on top of having 2-bed, 2-bath plus an open kitchen, you still get a full-on home shelter plus a walk-in wardrobe right there in your 2nd bedroom. And this layout is pretty hard to achieve nowadays, judging by the way that we have huge balconies in most of new projects. Of course, new projects are fantastic and beautiful. And talking about new projects, let's flip over a little bit. So I want to bring your attention to that project right there. So that is Northumberland, successfully bidded and awarded to CDL. It's going to be launched at close to about $2,000 to $2,100 per square foot based on the news that happened in April 2021. But of course, it might be more than that, judging by the fact that now in Lantoy and Ang Mo Kio is also likely to go to about $2,000 plus per square foot. Slim Barracks also at about $2,000 plus per square foot. For District 8, even at $2,001, I think it's pretty low. So potentially it could be much higher. Of course, if you buy an apartment status, something that you're giving up is that there's no facilities, low density, full-on privacy. So coming back to the 4 different floor plans, if you were to rent out as a 2-bed, 2-bath, what you can potentially achieve here is a monthly rental of about $3,200 per month. So how do we get that amount? Is that if you were to just have a look at one of the most popular projects right here, City Square Residences, a 1-bedder is already going close to about $3,000. 2-bedders, the owners right there are already asking for about $3,500, $3,600. If you look at Uptown at Farrell, Two bedders, the owners there are already asking between $3,800 to $4,000 per month in terms of rental. Have a look at the HDB apartments right here. They're already asking for $1,000 for a HDB common bedroom. The apartments back there at Kent Road, the 3-room flats right there with 2 bedrooms inside, which is about the same size as this, that is already asking between $2,600 to $2,900 for a HDB apartment rental. So to achieve a $3,200 here for a 2-bed, 2-bath at 667 square feet, beautifully done show flat, I think it's just in a blink of an eye. Second configuration that you can get is that if you want a little bit more flexibility, for example, if you're a single professional, you want to live near town, and anyway, this is only one station to Dhoby Ghaut MRT, because if you just walk 350 meters to Little India MRT station, that's Northeast Line. Dhoby Ghaut, you can switch over to North-South Line, or you can just go downwards a little bit more to Downtown Line or City Hall. And if you want to have a partial sustainability in terms of your monthly mortgage, what you can do is that you can stay in your master room. Let me show you the master room.
You can't hold on. It's slipping through your hands.
Just have a look at this master room, it's fantastic. A queen bed, side tables, TV console is already pre-done, aircon is fantastic condition. This is a study table at work from home zone. You get to see the green field right here. Currently there are no plans at the moment. If you were to walk this direction, that's towards Farrer Park and City Square Mall. Walk this direction, that's towards Little India. You don't need a car right here if you live here. Just travel by train, it's fantastic.
You want me to back off with that I won't. No.
Your master ensuite, this is how great it looks. It's a little bit like living in a hotel, a boutique hotel right here with a glass panel door. Beautiful finishings right here, pretty modern and a little bit of luxe feel. They also have done up this 80 by 80 tiles on the flooring between the living, dining, kitchen as well as the bedroom. And you can live in here, rent out your common room at the back. Minimally, you can go at least $1,200 for the common room. There is also another option right here, is that if you were to box up this area, just install a partition door frame, let your tenant have an ensuite option, plus let your tenant have this home shelter. This can easily go up to at least $1,500 per month. So you take that $1,500, substantiate into your monthly mortgage. Before we go into option 3, let's have a look at how much is the monthly mortgage. If you buy this at say $900,000, starting from, let's say if you can still go for 30 years tenure because you are still young, you're less than 35 years old, and let's bump up the interest rates a little bit to 1.5%, although right now, at the point of filming, it's about 1.3%. Your monthly mortgage is going to be at about $2,300 odd per month, plus the MCST fee is about $200 plus. Let's round it up to $2,600. So with $2,600, if you're a working professional, you substantiate $1,250 per month for your monthly OA account. What you need to top up per month is about $1,350. What you can do then is to use this monthly rental of $1,500, cover up that $1,350. That still gives you $150 passive cash income per month, and you live in this apartment for free. So technically speaking, your tenant right here is substantiating into your monthly mortgage towards the interest and the principal. It's in the event if, let's say, you want to stay here, but you want to still have the most rental collectible per month. So what you can do is that you can then cordon off this living room to be a common bedroom. You can take up this common bedroom if you want, and you can rent out this 2 huge master ensuite with a common bedroom ensuite. So this can go for $1,500. Your master room can minimally go for $1,500. Total of $3,000 per month. And this is how your numbers will look like. So with a monthly installment of about $2,300 plus with MCST at $2,600, you collect $3,000 plus your ordinary account of $1,250. What you're going to get back at the end is you're going to collect $1,650 cash passive income per month into your pocket. And nowadays, of course, with co-living, this kind of concept is extremely popular with singles and professionals. And thus, option number 3 allows you to have $1,650 cash in your pocket every month, yet living in your apartment for free. Now, option number 4 in my context is one of the best options because that allows you to achieve a 5% rental yield. And that is very suitable if you're hunting for a first property and let's say, for example, you're still staying with your parents, you just want to buy a first freehold property for investment, Or if you're a young couple, or maybe a HDB upgrading couple, you have already bought your first condo in one name, you still have a spare name, which is your spouse's name, to invest in a second property. This is fantastic as a second property. So why is this fantastic as a second property? Because how hard it is to achieve a 5% rental yield nowadays. You can use option number 4. Let's bring out the floor plan. So this portion right here, together with your master room, can be a self-created studio unit. So the wall line can technically start from here. You create a nice door frame with a pin code door access. You come in, this is a living room dining with a master plus ensuite. This studio unit right here, based on estimation and calculation and analysis of what has been done, this can easily go for $2,300 per month. The strategy is to go slightly lower than studio apartments in condominiums nearby, which are already going for about $2,800 to $3,000. So $2,300 is extremely conservative, and this portion right here remain as $1,500, thereby giving you $3,800 per month. If you multiply by 12, divide out by 900,000, your entry price, that will then bring you a gross rental of 5% per annum, which is extremely hard to achieve. If you track back based on your 2003 plus MCST fee, you're gonna have in your pocket a passive income of $1,200 a month. If you substantiate with your CPF OA contribution, you're gonna keep $2,450 cash in your pocket every single month. So this property is fantastic. Even if you're self-employed, you have no CPF contribution, you can still achieve a positive cash flow every single month with this freehold investment. If you have a look at the numbers right here, based on what is available in the market right now on the major portals, it's extremely difficult to get a 2-bed, 2-bath at 600 odd square feet, because most of the apartments right now that's below $1 million, they are all mostly 2-bed, 1-bath configuration, or they might be 2-bed, 2-bath, but their per square foot will be close to about $1,500, $1,600 per square foot. So this apartment right here at the Bliss hits a few key checkpoints. Number one is that it's not only below $1 million, this is asking for 900K starting from, it's also at the 1,300 plus per square foot mark, which hits the second checkbox, and of course the third checkbox is that it's a freehold status, and yet it is 2-bed, 2-bath at 667 square feet. So it fits the bill for our trifecta analysis, and most importantly, it's right next to the MRT station. It also hits the checkbox on most of our mode analysis checkpoint. And the key point is that this can be an extremely long game in terms of rental play. You can just keep renting this out. You don't have to worry about the decaying lease. You just hold it all the way and continue to enjoy the passive income as long as inflation continues to go on every single year. And that, of course, brings a positive increment to your rental rates as well. Alright, so if you want to have a look at this place, give a call to our listing managers. The numbers are all right down below. They'll be very happy to share with you on this apartment at the Bliss from investment angle. So if you're a single bachelor professional, or if you're a young couple hunting for a second property, this is a beautiful investment. Most importantly, it's freehold right beside the MRT station. And once again, my name is Melvin Lim, PropertyLimBrothers. As always, happy to show the place, and meantime, take care. That is Farrer Park Hospital plus Farrer Park MRT plus Farrer Park MRT station. Yeah, okay. Oh, 看到你啊。